doing? Hope everybody's having a good afternoon. We're here at Speed Gaming Live, powered by Twitch. We've got Mario Maker 2 about to get started here with snwbear and xeroplanes. They are working on the final stages of our setup. I was told 3 to 5 minutes, so, you know, we're figuring, yeah, like 10, something like that. But hardworking crew to help make this happen. There is a lot of work that goes into it, and we thank all of them that have put in the time and effort. I'm looking over to my phone to make sure I have the rules in front of me so that I can properly reference them as needed. So we will be racing in 3 parts. The first part will be the kind of traditional Mario format where the levels are blind to the runners. The first one to complete all 3 races will be the winner of Phase 1. If they win by more than 10% of time margin, then they get a second point. From there, they will revisit those 3 levels to beat them as fast as they can. They will have 30 minutes to complete those levels as many times as they choose to. They have to budget the same 30 minutes across all of those 3 levels. So how they do that is up to them. Part of the strategy that goes into it. Get the best time you can, and whoever completes the most of those wins the point for that round. We move on to Phase 3, where they will complete expert levels in endless mode. And whoever completes the most levels there, you get 1 point per level. So that's where the most ground exists to be made up. And we have a couple of runners who have been pretty good at that so far. Both of these runners are very experienced with playing expert levels. snwbear has done a lot of viewer level streams, so his xeroplanes, also Zero, has done some expert level challenges where he'll do a time limit challenge on the expert level, see how many he can complete. So that's a fun challenge you may want to check out. But both of these runners do viewer levels, so you see everything under the sun when you do that. And everything under the moon, too. We don't want to discriminate here. But we have 3 blind levels they'll be playing that are new to them. This is submitted by a number of wonderful makers who have been sporting the Speed Gaming weekly events, and then have submitted some more additional levels for our tournament format going on here at SGLive. I'm, of course, joined by my wonderful co-commentator. Anything to say? Speechless, folks. That's how exciting it is. My co-com is completely speechless at this. Thanks, everybody who's joining us in Twitch chat. I'll look in occasionally as I get the chance, and hope you are having fun. There's a lot of chat saying hi to Math Girl. How about you give them a wave? There we go. Just for you, chat. All right, so of course there's a lot going on throughout this week, and there is plenty more ahead until we finish just over 24 hours from now. A lot of these tournaments are ongoing, and you'll see plenty of Mario Maker 2 coming up. They've been recording a couple of these to... We're making an effort to get as many of these on as we can. Of course, not all of them do, but we are giving you as much as we're able to. And I should point out that Zero actually comes into brackets as the number 1 seed, having scored the most total points over group play. So a very talented player who has put in a lot of effort to get to this point earned that number 1 seed. And snwbear, of course, has been around for quite some time. I'm looking over to see if I get a high sign there over that way. Yeah. Okay, that way for you, Twitch chat. Pointing is hard. It's reversed. Anything, CoCom? That's insight right there for you, folks. So Mario Expert tends to run a pretty wide range. You do get sometimes super expert levels that sneak down there because they've been played by some really good players who lowered the clear rate or raised the clear rate, whichever way it is. It's like that thermostat. Is it raised? Is it lower? I don't know. But you get the higher clear rate and they sneak down into expert. Other times you get some of the easier levels that have snuck up there just because people didn't necessarily know the tech. So it can run quite the... gamut there. We're all okay. Everything's all right. You saw nothing, Twitch. What about you, Coco? Did you see anything? Absolutely nothing. All right, so still waiting on the final setup to get completed here. Sometimes these tech things just take a little extra effort to iron out. This is bracket play at this point. They are to have the top 8. If I can scroll over, I will actually credit them as I can. But as I said, xeroplanes does come in as the number 1 seed. Andy comes in as the number 2. Too Good, Kurbochan, Timp, Romshenko, SSM, Oro, Snowbear, our top 8. I'm sorry, I didn't clear the pronunciations with them like I normally would have liked to, but this is what happens when you fill for time. You look for relevant information. So they got here by playing in group play, and then in bracket play, they're matched up against somebody from the opposite group. So this is the first match between Zero and Snowbear. They each played within their respective group leading up to now, and then in the brackets, they cross over group to play people they didn't already, theoretically. At least in the first round. You just can't get insight like that anywhere, folks. I want to say a big thank you to not only the staff on site, but a bunch of SpeedGaming staff has been contributing just in chat, monitoring things, making sure the game and runner commands get updated so people can follow all these great runners that are putting on a show for you. Hope you have been enjoying it throughout and following some of these great runners. There's a lot of quality here, and I hope you've enjoyed. And I just keep looking over for the sign. We don't have it yet. I don't want to look down at my phone too much, but I'm looking down to see what you have to say, Twitch chat, and so far you haven't really given me a lot to work with. Kokam? Kokam says you let him down, chat. All right, so we are getting ready for the matchup here between xeroplanes, the number 1 seed in brackets, against Snowbear. I heard something. I see a transition. I see a game. So both of them will be playing the same 3 levels to start off with. We hear game music. You can see the level titles at the top in the middle. They battle for a point for being the first one to complete all 3 levels, and if they win by more than 10%, they get an additional point. All right, I think chat's feeling the excitement now. How about the room? Do we have some hype in here? A little bit. Toadette versus Mario, once upon a start. Here we go. SMW level, looks like we've got some on-off switching. Rising lava, that'll keep you on your toes. And it wasn't the toes we had to worry about there. It was the skewers coming down. So nice coin trail. Tell you where you have to go. Looks like you've got to control your jumps instead of doing full jumps. That's something that you do have to work on, getting that timing just right. These first 2 jumps, really you just have to max jump. You're going to hit the on-off switch and you don't have to worry about it. After that, you got to get into the control. They're giving you the coin trail to tell you when, but still, it's a question of who builds up that muscle memory the fastest and completes the level. But you can't stand around too long or that lava's going to get you. Oh, wait, this is family friendly. It must be pizza sauce. It's okay. Snowbear gets through that section first. On to the next. Got to kick the shell to hit the on-off switch. So that was a little different. So Snowbear so far the first one to get that far. Now Zero does. Gets that section up to the coins. And the on-off switch is in the wrong state. You got to have it on red instead of blue when you get to the pipe. So valuable knowledge picked up there. By the way, runners are allowed to see each other's screens, so even if they didn't see that, they may have seen it on the other runner's screen. SnwBear into this next part, gets the shell off, but a lot of controlled jumping in this level. You can't just hold the jump button and go as high as you can. You've got to let it off, control that jump, and move your momentum forward. There's a lot of quick reaction here with these falling platforms as well. SnwBear taking a death to the skewer. That no block jump. Both of them have been doing pretty well at that. They're getting consistent at this first part. On to the second. SnwBear not quite fast enough to get past the pizza sauce. But you have unlimited tries here. It's just whatever it takes for you to finish. And gets into the side of that last skewer. The skewer timing's a little tricky because when you have the most space is when you have the least amount of time. But SnwBear's through. On to the next part. Got the switch, but didn't have enough momentum to get up high enough on the slope. You've got to carry a lot of momentum in that section, so you're getting away from the lava by running up the slope. And here goes SnwBear's next try at it. Got the momentum that time, but got to jump off a little too soon and hit the spike. There's a little bit of precision. It's not really tight precision. You've got a couple blocks of space on most of these jumps, but they are precision enough to make you work for it. All right, got the on-off. No, the on-off block's in the wrong order. You've got to have it the other state. Here goes SnwBear. So you need it in the red. You actually don't want to hit the second one. They need to be at a full sprint there to make the speed up the hill. I think the biggest thing is it's taken a couple attempts to get back to that point each time, but SnwBear had it that time. Zero had it as well. They've got the knowledge now. Now it's time to the execution to get into that pipe. They've got plenty of time on this timer, so not necessarily a speedrun level in the tight timer sense. But you don't necessarily have a lot of reaction time with this rising lava. Also, you want those lava bubbles to line up, and you know that the way the level maker would have designed this, they designed it to go the first cycle, not another cycle. Another death on that last jump before the pipe. Here goes SnwBear. SnwBear's got the jump. And we've got a red coin and a shell jump. Looks like a shell jump out of that. No checkpoint, though. 3 red coins for this level. We've now seen the first one on the other side of this pipe. SnwBear the first to make it all the way there. Zero has gotten very close. Got most of this jump. Got it that time. P-switch and a shell jump. You might be able to make that without the shell jump if you jump off it off the ground, but I'm not positive on that. That's a pretty high jump. All right, both of them getting pretty consistent at the first part of this level. And Zero with a little bit too soon of a jump hits the skewer. Both of them have been into that next section of the level now. We've seen the first of our 3 red coins. It's always an interesting thing to approach as a player. You don't know if the level maker required those red coins or not, so you usually just have to operate under the assumption they are required. SnwBear clearing the skewers and making it look easy, but then not enough momentum on this second part. Zero a little bit too quick on the jump, hits the skewer, hits the spikes, I should say, not the skewers. Skewers are different. SnwBear's got the jump. And back into this next section. So looks like we're maybe moving into an auto scroll section there. That'll play on you a bit, because you Looks like you've got enough time. You could try a second attempt on that jump, but then it doesn't line up where you can see it. So again, this is, there's a lot of precision in this level, but it's also got some give to it. There's nothing that is pixel perfect. Xeroplanes back into the pipe. Snowbear's gotten through the first jump, dodges the icicles, up to the second coin. Third coin, and Snowbear was just a little bit too far along before getting the jump. You can max jump into that. The on-off switch will just knock you back, and you got the P-switch to make for the next section. So those red coins very quick after the pipe. Well, Zero trying to go the damage boost route, but that doesn't really work when there's nothing to jump off of. Snowbear's got the jump into the pipe. Next section here, nails the shell jump, past the icicles. Coin 2. Again, this isn't a tight timer other than that P-switch. That P-switch is the one tight timer of this level. We're seeing Snowbear get a lot of consistency, and we're seeing Zero build up the consistency as well that you need to be able to complete this. Snowbear with the switch. Got coin 2. Past the P-switch timer this time. And on to the last one. Got the key. Jumping off the Koopas. Made that jump. Oh, there's a coin blocks there above the spikes, so we are on a tight P-switch timer there as well, which is good information to have. Zero working back towards the pipe. So we did not see the key door yet, but would figure it's pretty close after the coin jump. So you've got to be quick in your reactions through here. Snowbear's getting these first two jumps well. Into this part. This is the third time I believe Snowbear got that far. Now you have to do this fast enough because there's coin blocks up here, and they turn back. All right, Snowbear's taking a moment to see what's up there. We got a blue snake block and a spring. So Snowbear has picked up that information now by waiting that out instead of just automatically starting over. Very good move. So we've seen Snowbear pick up the key a couple times now. We haven't seen Xeroplanes get that far quite yet. Both of them handling this first section pretty well. All right, Zero's got the shell jump that time. Into coin 2. Didn't quite make the P-switch timer, but Snowbear's on another run here. A little long to get that jump. That's probably costs you. It looks like that P-switch timer is a little bit forgiving to let you get up there, but it's still going to basically have you in constant motion. So if you miss that jump twice, you probably don't have enough time to make the P-switch timer. Oh, got caught on the spikes there. Snowbear to the pipe jump once again. Has been handling that first section very well and gotten pretty consistent through getting the key now. All right, Snowbear's got the key. We're on a P-switch timer here. We're on Zero's audio, but they turn back. Yeah, so it looks like you can possibly fail one jump, but you probably can't fail two to make that P-switch timer. Zero trying to get the shell jump just a little bit off. and didn't get the momentum off the note block that time. SnwBear up to the jump before the pipe. Red coin won. And Zero not far behind, but gets the shell on. All right, this is going to be tight for SnwBear with all that setup time for the jump. Oh, jumps into the spikes, unfortunately. So the screen is rising there, which puts it out of your line of sight when you're first getting there. But you still want to go as soon as you can because you know how tight the timer is. And you want to give yourself as much time to make the hard jump as you can. Zero gets into the pipe. First red coin picked up. There's two. Ah. That jump's giving him trouble. We've seen him get to the end of that coin row. I haven't seen him actually get as far as the red coin there yet. All right, SnwBear. Onto this section again. We've got coin blocks on top here. They turn back. Again, it has a little bit of give to it. It's not something that's like frame perfect trick, but it is one that's going to make you work to get it. Nothing in this level is free, and the runners are rising to the occasion. And the Shellmet tries to rise to the occasion, but that's not the occasion we needed it to rise to. Pizza Sauce gets SnwBear again. Xeroplanes coming up here. And into the pipe. Now, the shell jump has been giving him a little bit of trouble here. He's been able to make it, but SnwBear's been able to get that part a little bit more consistently going into now. Now SnwBear, coin 3, hits the P-switch timer. Gets up onto that on-off switch a lot faster, so this is much further along in the timer than SnwBear's been before, and the coins change back. I don't know. You might have to make that jump blind. We'll see. So we can tell what the level maker was thinking there and wanted to make it as challenging as possible because they put the P-switch down in a dip in the level so that you couldn't get alongside it and pick it up. So you have to hit it and run. Again, SnwBear past the skewer section. Now Xeroplane past the skewer section. The bridge of coins leads us to the pipe once again. And once again, the Shellmet. All right, here goes SnwBear. Coin number 1. Coin number 2. They don't have a time limit on this part 1. It's just a question of who finishes the 3 levels first. SnwBear handling that skewer section very well and very consistently into the pipe. Right, here goes Zero trying this shell jump again. He got it to bounce off the wall, but then it goes on his head again. Ooh, little too much momentum and hits the spikes on the right side. So both will try again. We've seen SnwBear be able to pick up the key a few times now. Zero hasn't gotten quite that far in the level yet. All right, got the shell jump that time. Both of them on this part to collect the coins. All right, this is, I think, the first time that Zero has gotten this far. He hits the P-switch. Now, he had a time save there, which unfortunately is for naught, but he had the on-off switches in the right order so that he could just run through the first instead of taking a moment to hit the on-off switch. Snowbear into the pipe. Here comes the shell jump. Again, Snowbear's been able to handle this very well. It's just a question that this second P-switch timer has been a nemesis so far. But Snowbear getting really consistent up through this part. Has the blind jump. The coins turn back. That section looks to be completely blind at this point. It's hard to go a lot faster than that. Snowbear is handling it very well. Back through the pipe. Here comes the shell jump once again. Yeah, and unfortunately that many jumps, you wonder if there's going to be enough time. Now Snowbear took a moment to observe this level earlier and is doing so again. You may just have to make that run completely blind, so I think Snowbear is plotting this out. Seeing if there's a way to do that without actually seeing it. But great consistency from Snowbear in making it through that shell jump. And here we go again. First coin collected. And two. As Zero's through the pipe. And that shell jump continues to give Zero some trouble. All right, Snowbear has tried to warm up and do this blind. I think has it. Got it. All right, so now this is unexplored territory. We've got this snake block section. We've got a spring. Okay, apparently we're either going to have to stand on the... We'll probably stand on the snake block on the other side. So it looks like we have to spring jump up over the wall, meet the snake block on the other side to enter the door. It's going to be our platform to get in there. But well done by Snowbear to get that section completely blind. Couldn't see it, but just did it from memory and did it well. A little too much momentum on that second jump. It's Snowbear past the skewers. Back up through the pipe to the shell jump here. And that shell jump continues to be a nemesis. Xeroplanes has been pretty consistent up to this point, and then this is the part that has been a source of a little bit of frustration, but he's got the shell jump that time. Coin number two. Didn't get the right momentum off the note block to jump up. Xeroplanes back into the pipe. Has he started to find some consistency on this shell jump, we hope? Close, very close. Just not quite right. Both of them will try again. This is level 1 of 3. The first one to complete these 3 levels earns the first point of the match. Zero's got the shell jump that time. Just don't wait around till the icicles will get you. All right, so he's gotten to that jump, I think, 3 times now, and still working on finding the right timing off that note block. Snowbear, this is going to be a tight run to make those coins in time, but got it. Got it, so we'll see Snowbear standing up here. This is the second time up this far. Got the shell jump, or spring jump. Oh! Too soon on the fall. But it looks like Snowbear's got the strats. We'll see how it goes. It's the snake block, so you don't know exactly how the maker has pathed that out. Hopefully it's reasonably friendly. Snowbear with the shell jump once again. Again, a lot of consistency through this part. Snowbear has adapted to it well. Off Koopa 2. Time for the blind jumps. Not quite there. So as far as Snowbear's run through here, it seems like that's going to have to consistently be blind, and if you're seeing the coin blocks, then we're a little bit off on the timing. Runner high five as they both try and get the shell jump, and both will start again. All right. Shell jump for Snowbear, coin 1. Coin 3 for Snowbear. That's unfortunate. You'd lose any time in that section, and it looks to be very costly. Here we go. The blind jumps. Didn't get it. So Snowbear has, both these runners have game audio. That's why they are wearing headphones. So they can hear their own game audio. So Snowbear has the audio cue of the death there that we're not hearing because we're on Zero's audio. And that note block coming back the other way has been tripping up Xeroplanes so far. This level is gonna make you earn it. Up to the pipe for Zero. Got the shell jump that time. Now can he find the jump off this note block? Coming back this way has been the point that tripped him up. He got it. All right, smart play there. He had hit the extra note block, but he hit it back. Now, he's seen from Snowbear's side, I think, that was a blind jump, but he maybe didn't see the whole thing to know where that platform was. That's his first time getting that far in this level. Snowbear back up to the red coins. And Zero also back to the red coins. Ooh, that extra fall may have been costly. Yeah, not going to happen that time for Snowbear. Right, onward. Oh, Zero got it. The second try he got there, he was able to get that blind platform jump. Here he goes with the spring. He's up there. Again, we don't know the pathing on this snake block yet. And he does not make it into the door that time. So both of them about equal in how far they've been in this level so far. Snowbear's gotten to that snake block section twice. That was the first time for Xeroplanes. And here comes attempt 3 for Snowbear with this. Gotta use some patience here. There it is. Into the key door. There's another spiny and another one. Another one. There's a pipe. I was nervous to make sure it wasn't the one sending the spinies. Checkpoint. That feels like a really good checkpoint. But I think we were all hoping that was the goal. All right, so this is going to involve some relay jumping. We've got 2 spinies on the platform. We've got a couple of cannonballs, and we've got a Paracoopa. Right, Snowbear finding a little something there. Picking up the Shelmet. That gives you a damage boost. That is probably not a bad thing in this level at all. May not be the intended way, but we're doing it. Especially if you can keep this last one, that's going to be great. So we've got a Thwomp up there. Hopefully we don't need him for anything, because I think Snowbear's just thinking about KOing him with the Shelmet. That didn't quite line up for us. Yeah, there wasn't really a path forward there for Snowbear. So these Shelmets, if you're able to get to them from the side, you're able to pick them up, put them on, instead of just spinning off of them. And Snowbear a little bit too high, a little too much momentum, hits the spikes at the top. A lot of this level has been trying to make you control your jumps. So those spikes at the top, they're just to make sure you have to do a control jump instead of a full jump. Snowbear's got the spiky helmet back. Those Koopas don't seem to be coming quite low enough to be the intended strat for this level, so I think you're supposed to jump off the cannonballs there. But Snowbear, on the spikes, kicked the Shelmet instead of getting it on. Biggest thing here for Snowbear is do not start over, because that was a well-fought-for checkpoint. It's Snowbear taking some time here. Xeroplanes back up to this pipe jump. So you get past the key door here, and you get into the section that Snowbear is at. Zero has gotten that far a couple times, but not gotten into the key door yet. Snowbear still going strong here, picking up the Shelmet. So using damage boost strats. Trying to do it the intended way, but not afraid to use the damage boost strats. And now we've seen this section, so you know you don't need anything other than get onto the donut blocks over there. Got a Blooper flying around, doing his thing. Why Bloopers fly instead of swim, I don't know. But that's Mario for you. Right, Snowbear is back to the donuts, but has lost the Shelmet. So you have to go quickly, it looks like, to line up the Koopa jump, and then you're going to have to throw the POW into the munchers. If you throw it too early, you're only going to kill the one on the ground. You have to actually throw it into them to kill multiple munchers there. Xeroplanes still trying to get up to this checkpoint. Again, been pretty consistent on that first part. That shell jump, though. That shell jump. Snowbear still trying to find the timing on that first part. Right, Snowbear threw the first two Spinies onto the next pair of Koopa, but the spikes get us once again. Terrific effort from these runners to get this far. They keep at it. Keep seeing Snowbear take a moment on these sections as the death animation goes to kind of plot out what maybe the right path through there is. That's worked to her advantage so far. Xeroplanes again with the consistency through the pipe here. All right, got the first coin. Got the key. He's done this section a couple of times. Blind jump up there. That's his third time to get this far in the level. Now we've got the snake block. You have to do a spring jump here. And then need this snake block to line up for you to get in the key door. There, he's got it. Now you just got to avoid the spinies. They're coming quick on these conveyors. And you just have to not jump too high. There's the pipe. Zeros through to the checkpoint. SnwBear got two of the munchers down there, so again, progress. And this is some unexplored territory for Zero right now. The runners are right next to each other, so he may have been able to see what SnwBear was doing with the damage boosts. We'll see if he does similar. This one a little bit more traditional in the platforming, so might be a little more to Zero's liking. I don't think he quite had the right timing of those Paracoopas, but he was making it work for him. Yeah, he's handling that section very well. All right, there's the Koopa, which means we're a little off on the timing here. They're putting the coins to mark where the Koopa is supposed to be, but it's still a blind jump to get there. But when in doubt on a blind jump, just figure that the level maker probably did it right away. Seen SnwBear get up to this muncher wall a couple of times. Zero's still working on getting that far. Zero across those. The Thwomp gets him, though. That's as far as he's gotten in this level so far. And this part just got a little bit harder. And not quite enough height on the jump for SnwBear. Looks like SnwBear might have actually been taking a little bit of tactics from Xeroplanes there. Goes a little bit different route through there. And hey, if it'll work for you, why not? So those spikes along the ceiling again force you to control your jump. You can't just do full jumps. Runner's still working through this first section after the checkpoint. This is quite the level they have to challenge them. SnwBear making some progress. Ooh, just a little too much momentum runs into the spike wall. Now that's as far as SnwBear has gotten with the change in tactics so far. She's taking this section here a little bit differently than she did before. There was a lot of damage boosting before. Now she's going with the Paracoopas at the height. All right, this is first time for Zero up to the Thwomp Not the thwomp. Well, there is a thwomp over there, but the POW section there. Snowbear on another run through there, clean up to the thwomp. Not quite far enough. Oh, sorry, Wilson. You're kind of falling over there. Gotta look out for my COCOM, folks. Good teamwork. It's essential. All right, Snowbear on another run through the spinies, across to the thwomp, and up to the POW. Not quite enough distance on the jump. So that muncher wall is about as far as we have seen in the level. It's a floor of spikes, so you're going to have to make another jump off a Koopa after it. Zero got back up to the POW, but he ends up jumping up into the spikes. I think he was going to pull back and get a running start for a little momentum off that jump. Snowbear not quite enough momentum to hit the Koopa that time. Okay, looks like we're getting a ruling to the runners right now, and I'll update that when we get a minute. I think they're being given an option about how they want to handle this level, and we will see. We've seen both the runners get to about the same point. Snowbear's made it slightly farther in this level, having seen past the muncher wall once. That one's not going to work out for Zero. He needs to jump off that Koopa, so killing that doesn't work for you. And also the POW will only kill one of the three thwomps, the one that's on the ground. You have to throw it into them to be able to get multiple. Now I want to point out, these are runners who are very experienced at Mario Maker, who have done a lot of expert levels before now, and even some super expert. They've done a lot of viewer levels. They have a lot of experience coming into here. This is just very much a challenging level. All right, Snowbear on a run up to the thwomp here. We get to the POW and a little too much momentum off the bloopers, so jumping off enemies can give you an extra boost to your jump, and that's what happened to Snowbear. Unfortunately, Toadette goes right on up into the spikes. That blooper giving us the business. Right, this time it's Zero who picks up the damage boost. Why not? Do whatever works. We don't care what the level creator intended. We care what works. Well, unfortunately, Xeroplanes lost the POW, and there's just no way that's going to work out unless the bloopers went on a very strange trajectory. So we'll try again. Alright, not quite enough distance to get to the thwomp that time. Zero going for the Shelmet route this time. That's close. That was close to working. Zero might be onto something. So the damage boost from the extra spike helmet at the end there got him close enough he could run with the POW and hit the munchers. We'll see how this works for him, but he may be onto something here. Oh, his iframes wore off, so he's got to get this one perfect. Yeah, not quite enough, but close. And was that a Magic Koopa over there? Oh boy. We can throw RNG into this too. So now Zero's actually been a little bit further in this level than SnwBear has, but not by much. It's kind of funny, we've seen them reverse strats. Ah. So it looks like the Magic Koopa caused Zero to hold up a little bit. But that is definitely progress in this level. Ooh, hit the POW too early, but may get away with it. No, not quite. I think our runners have done an excellent job of trying to find ways to make this level work for them. Not quite there. But Zero's got a chance to try again, but he jumped a little bit there and he hit the spike. So spike hitboxes have definitely changed in Mario Maker 2 from Mario Maker 1. In Mario Maker 1, well, in Mario Maker 2, they're a little bit wider than they seem just from the pixels. They're not necessarily as tall as they might seem. Iframes don't last quite that long, but a valiant effort. Alright, Zero's still got a chance here. Lost his timing a little bit on the one, but he recovered well. Oh, he lost his Shelmet. He didn't get the new one on. He knows what he's trying to do. And SnwBear going for basically the same strat too, which, interestingly, is kind of what SnwBear was doing at first. She switched up and went more of the platforming route. We got a skull platform there, we see. That's new. You know these runners are both feeling it as we're 44 minutes in. That's the Magic Koopa now. They've been almost block for block the same distance in this level. And a big part of it now has been this strat of the damage boosting. Ooh, that's unfortunate because Zero was right on it, but the Magic Koopa's attack went off. And SnwBear, the iframes wear out a little too fast. Progress. Oh! Xeroplanes the first to get to that skull platform, so that's completely unexplored territory to us so far. He gets back there again, and the thwomp gets him that time, but great consistency to get there twice in a row. This has been something he's done pretty well. He's a couple of times as he gets the feel for it, and then Zero's been building up the consistency. SnwBear back on the, I'm going to call this the damage boost section since that's how we're treating it. Up to the thwomp, but doesn't have the Shelmet, which has been key for how the runners have been advancing. We need one Shelmet on the other side of these donuts. Xeroplanes made it, but again, that thwomp. So he doesn't want to stand still lest the thwomp crush him at the start of it. So he's trying to time that jump right, that he misses the thwomp and then lands back on the blue platform. Basically ignoring the POW at this point. Snowbear trying for it, but misses the cannonball jump. That's as far as Snowbear has gotten in this level now. Part 1 of this level challenged them to do some controlled jumps. Part 2, they had to collect some red coins on P-switch timers. xeroplanes following the coins! Just a little too far to the right. He had the idea, let me trust the coins, let me see where they lead, and we see it's a narrow ledge with a door. All right, Snowbear. Past the muncher wall. Doesn't get the cannonball jump, though. Oh! Zero had a great idea. He knew he just needed to go straight down, but forgot the rising lava because we haven't seen it in a while. It was prevalent in the first part of the level, but it's been a good bit since we've seen that rising lava, so it reasserted itself. A little off on his iframe strats that time. But big credit to both of these runners for finding their way through a very challenging level. Snowbear trying to come up with a hybrid strat here. All right, xeroplanes into the door. Pick your power up. Choose wisely, I guess. He's going for the fire flower. He's got it! That deserves a round of applause. Twitch chat, I hope you got plenty of hype going there. So that was the first of our 3 blind levels. xeroplanes. Worked hard for it. Snowbear actually got the checkpoint first by a considerable margin, but you can see how challenging this section is, and xeroplanes absolutely earned every bit of that victory. We're on to a 3D world level. Might have come loose of the Twitch dock, I'm not sure. All right, so meantime, Snowbear is still in this section past the checkpoint. And again, because they can see each other's screens, as long as Snowbear remembers the answer, has that information already. All right, so nice new soup level. Womp down there doesn't seem to be doing anything other than guarding some coins. Lots of coins in this level. Using the ground pound strats wisely to avoid a thwomp. A little bit of wall jumping. Classic new soup. Oh, the mushrooms keep coming. Taking his time to get past that thwomp. I like it. Hey, one up for the endless player. Not enough level makers doing that. And there's our pipe. Checkpoint 1, just that quick. All right, looks like we're going to ride the thwomp elevator up. Go it up. View launchers, those coins are kind of obscuring some spinies, so you may not see them first glance, but they're absolutely down there. Clearing out the bonsai bullet bills. We don't want them getting in the way. Yeah, it looks like if you're good on your new soup tech, there's a lot of room to speed up in this level by doing good wall jumps. Pipe number 2, so we're back to the main world. And there's the flagpole. Zero makes short work of that level. Snowbear still trying to get past the muncher wall. And xeroplanes is going to be on to level 3. Desert Trials. We got an SMB1 level here. Looks like we got a red coin level with the infinite checkpoint system going. That's a safety coin at the end. You don't want to pick that up till you're done. Good information, though, and very solid level design. So, of course, in Mario Maker, you can get very unfortunate situation if you die with a key and you have to do the whole level over again. So you stick that safety coin at the end. Then they're able to complete all the challenges, infinite attempts, as intended by the design. Alright, so we got red coin 1. Step number 2, looks like we've got some timing of the on-off switches. It's a very solid strat. Getting caught up in the blocks, they'll hold you up there until it switches, so you'll always fall back down on the platform. So that could work out very well, but your timing still has to be right, because if you run into the solid wall, you're going to go straight down into the spikes. Got coin 2. And through that one. Oh, Snowbear to the skull platform. Here we go. The lava! That is a very unfortunate nigh. So Snowbear was waiting, knowing that you need to wait to see the lava go down, but then the lava came back up, unfortunately. Got some P-switch jumping here for xeroplanes. Really close there for Snowbear. And then there's a pickup path on the other side of that door. We saw xeroplanes get it right the first time. Hopefully Snowbear remembers the right way. Zero's past the P-switch room. One more cycle through the checkpoints. Little control jumping there. Zero aces it first try. All right, looks like we've got 2 red coin sections left. A little bit of timing on the burners. You could almost say this is a warm-up room. I thought I'd at least get a groan for that. Unfortunately, the death there's Zero's Planes is going to have to do it again. Snowbear working through the damage boost section here. Coming up to the POW and the Muncher walls that has been very challenging. I'll find something there. Not quite enough. Just a block from the momentum to hit the skull platform. And xeroplanes is out of there. That should leave us with 1 challenge left. Meanwhile, we have Snowbear back on the first level, trying to get past this Muncher section. Didn't have a damage boost there. Actually, I wonder if that was a falling Muncher situation. I think she might have gotten squished by the top Muncher. All right, got some fireballs. And I didn't bring any marshmallows. I can't make s'mores. All right, got the coin. Now you just got to walk back out, and not that time. All right. This is the last challenge room of this for xeroplanes. Trying to find the timing to get through all those rows of the potaboos. It's a narrow window. The Snow Bear got past the Magic Koopa, not quite to the skull platform again. That is just about the end of the level there. Zero, not quite enough distance between him and the Potoboo trying to get to the red coin. He's picked up that coin once so far. Just not quite able to get out with it yet. And Snow Bear has gotten a lot of consistency here. Keeps getting back to the Magic Koopa. That's right at the end of this section. Got the coin. That's the second time he's been able to get that far. That's the first one. Second. Third, he's through. Oh, is this the run for Snow Bear? No, not quite. Didn't get the cannonball jump. All right, so here's the safety coin and through the door. And that's the GG. Xeroplanes takes down part number 1. Took care of business on those second 2 levels. This first level has really challenged both our runners. Snow Bear has gotten right there to the end a couple of times. Let's see how this goes. Got past. Not quite enough momentum. Got past the Muncher wall, which is a big challenge, but then getting the right timing on that cannonball jump is something. So, big thing they've been doing is picking up a shellman out of here. If you can carry that through the PALP section that's next, it's a big advantage. All right, Snow Bear back to damage boosting. This is not a long section, but it's a very quick execution section. You gotta go, go, go. And that cannonball has just been probably the hardest part of this level. And that's saying something in this level. Going for the damage boost. And through. All right, got the skull platform. Is the timing right? No, the lava was up. It's just a blind fall. There's not much he can do there. It took Zero 2 tries, I think, to get that part. He saw the rising lava the first time, and then he was able to find the right timing the second try. And I think right now he's probably feeling a little lucky about that, because it is just a blind fall. You're just doing your best to figure out what will work. Through up to the munchers again, but with no damage boost for when you land, that's very challenging. Ooh, the Shelmet's down. Shelmet down. So make no mistake, Snow Bear has played this level well, has gotten to that end section there a couple times now. Just the lava has not cooperated for us. I had the damage boost that time. Got a little bit further, but not quite. All right, fresh attempt. Here we go. SnwBear up to the damage boost. All right, POW part. Muncher's down. And timing was a little bit off there. SnwBear through the damage boost section, got the Shellman in a spare. Ah! Cannon killed our spare. A little bit of backup strats trying to get over the thwomp. This is certainly a level. SnwBear was the first to get to the checkpoint of this level. Looks like she might be waiting on the bloopers intentionally. Not enough height on the jump, unfortunately. So it looks like she's trying to take the damage boost off the top of the Munchers. All right, back up to the POW now. Got the Munchers down. So that sideways thwomp is clearing out the Koopa that pops out of his shell, or else we'd have an extra platform we could jump off of. We are coming up on the point that xeroplanes gets the 2-point win. They're having a little bit of conversation over there, but SnwBear has put up a great effort on that level. I'll see if I get official word, but I think what we're doing is moving on and just optimizing on the second 2 levels instead of all 3. So this is level 2 for SnwBear, the Perilous Peak. I think we're going to have a momentary delay while I get word. All right, so the way this is being done is they're going into the level once from Course Spot, so that it'll show up as a played level in Course World, and then that way they're able to transition to the levels a lot faster and able to see their clear times, which is very important for this stage. SnwBear looking for a place to die right now. In the level, of course. There we go with the spikes. Got to get that for it to count. So that was the 3rd level. Have a nice rounding of themes here. We had an SMW level first, a New Soup level second, then wrapped it up with a Super Mario Bros. 1 level. Everything but my favorites, Super Mario Bros. 3. I like the classics. All right, so they've got the levels lined up here. This is part 2. Part 2 is a time trial, if you will. It is your effort to put up the best time for each level. They can devote as much time to any of the levels as they want. They get a total of 30 minutes to play however much of those 3 levels as they choose. All right, they are lined up, getting the countdown. And here we go. So these levels will be new to SnwBear, except for whatever she has seen from xeroplanes so far. Zero's gone for the new soup level. I kind of feel like that one has the most room to optimize it with the wall jumping strats. But also, if you're able to do the SMB1 level Deathless, that's going to be a significant time pickup. The coin pickup is not something we need, but we get it anyways. SnwBear is into the warm-up room. We got the burners. You just have to time your walking across, and then a coin is yours. Kind of a classic red coin level with a couple different challenges for you, following the theme of the level. And SnwBear's picked up coin number 1. You run through the mechanism, you get the infinite checkpoint, and you take on the next challenge. And you got all the coins that you could ask for in this level. Zero may be attempting to do a little bit of exploration there because you don't necessarily know how deep the level goes. A lot of these levels get designed for having multiple paths through them, which makes for very interesting challenges when you are trying to optimize them in this part 2. The ground pound instead of the wall jump doesn't quite work out. SnwBear versus the skewers. A little bit too much on that last jump. Just a little bit of precision to that. You've got the spike ceiling. What do you think, Kokam? Speechless, folks. All right, skipping the checkpoint because when you're optimizing your time, we don't need no checkpoints. Got to do the runs deathless. Didn't get the spin jump there. It was a flutter down, which doesn't turn into a spin jump, so we'll have to go again. And again, in both of these runners, we're seeing very much veteran runners of Super Mario Maker. They both do a lot of viewer level streams. SnwBear has competed in some competitions that have gone on. xeroplanes has done some challenges, including time limit expert challenges. And that platform didn't quite line up for him, but he gets it off the wall jump. Smooth through that section. Just got to make sure you handle the thwomps well. So the bullet bill launchers are interesting. If you let them get going, you get a lot of spam on the screen. But if you go quick, you get a lot less bullets out of them. So the faster you go through, the less you'll notice the launchers. And a little bit of signal issue over there, so we'll see that get resolved soon, hopefully. As SnwBear's picked up a couple of these red coins so far. Three red coins for SnwBear and counting. This section, again, a controlled jump section. SnwBear got it the one direction, not so much going left. But it's Mario. Who goes left? That's like twice the challenge. SnwBear sees the fire, and lots of it. Past the first column. And column 2, not so much this time. The Thwomp gets in our way that time. SnwBear back into the skewer room here. And again, it's a lot of controlled jumping here. You can't just max jump. Got spikes below, skewers above. A red coin off to the right. SnwBear has cleared the jumps one way so far, has picked up the coin once, but wasn't able to get back out with it yet. Nice recovery there for xeroplanes. But those thwomps are a thing. Again, they have 30 minutes to run these 3 levels as much as they want to in order to get a completion time in the best that they can. In theory, they aren't blind to the runners. They're the same ones you ran in part 1. And now you try and optimize them as best you can. xeroplanes currently with 2 points in the match. But make no mistake, SnwBear is in this because the most points available are on Phase 3, where you're going to have to clear as many expert endless levels as you can. And that is a place where SnwBear could do a lot of damage. I feel like through here, xeroplanes has built up a lot of consistency, but then getting into this next section is where it's been tripping him up a bit. Handles that part of it well. Use the bullet bills to your advantage. That's the way to go. It's the wall jumping, and there's the pipe. Pretty good run through there, and there's the flagpole. Not worried about going for the 1-up. We just need to touch it as fast as possible. So a 130.135. xeroplanes has to write that down on the whiteboard. I wouldn't be surprised if it just goes ahead and moves on to the next level now. I would suspect back to the SMB1 level. I wouldn't be surprised if his strategy is just to put up a time on these first 2 levels and then see if he can get another clear on the 3rd level, which was the first one we played, the SMW level. So interesting strat. This is probably the easiest of the rooms, and that's where he starts at. You could go for one of the harder rooms where you think you're going to consume the most time and then start over if you don't like the attempts. And yeah, this is the one that killed him a couple of times before, so I think he just didn't remember the door order. If you don't have any coins yet, it just makes sense to start over and have the lowest time you can. SnwBear is still working on clearing this for the first time. That is non-trivial. That's gotten... that room has a winning record against our runners so far. And it will by the time the night is over. Through the first two columns. A little too quick on the turn back. Snowbear's got the coin. Not quite. So the Podoboos stay on the track, but the winged ones obviously are moving much faster. The wings add speed to it. That room is getting progressively harder between the three columns. The first one, they're large, but they're slow. The second one, they're faster, but they're small. And then the third column, you're putting it all together, you get the large, fast ones. This was the third of our 3 levels from Phase 1, the Desert Trials. We still have both runners looking for this coin. Right, Zero's picked it up. Now got to get out with it. Not quite. Or if he's considering going in a different order this time. He's taking a moment here. Oh, might be a controller issue, it looks like. Resynced? Okay. You see on the top where we're tracking things, he turned in the 130 on Perilous Peaks. Now, they are required to track that for themselves, but we've provided that for the convenience of our watchers. It's not all of these races have been restreamed, so they all have to track them so that it's consistent across all of the races. Still trying to get out of this room with this coin. I do like the strat from Xeroplanes because this does seem to be the most challenging levels for the most challenging room for our runners. To get the coin out of here, and you're probably going to be more consistent across the rest of the rooms. He's got through the first column. Second column. Third column, he's out. So if I were in his shoes, my feet would probably be pretty uncomfortable. But that aside, I think from now you're going to clear the level. And just take whatever comes. If you get a couple deaths, I don't think there's reason enough to start over. As far as your final time for this level goes, it's going to be a first clear of the most challenging room. Alright, that's red coin number 2. Snowbear's picked it up, not able to get it back out. Again, this is Snowbear's first playthrough of this level. This is the second playthrough for Xeroplanes. Through the on-off section, he's got the coin. Timing his jumps well. A lot of consistency in that shell, so he has coin number 3. Alright, the P-switch section now. Not able to get the jump off quite fast enough. Almost started over. Had to fight the urge. We're just about halfway through this phase. So especially if he's thinking about taking any attempts on the SMW level, wants to get a completion here. Looks like Snowbear is going to move on to the new soup level. Perilous Peak. I think this is one she's going to find a lot more within her skill set. Coin number 5 for xeroplanes. Already got that one. Skewer section up next. And this is Snowbear's first time seeing this level. Except for anything that she observed when xeroplanes was running it. As Skewer 2 is xeroplanes. Grabs the coin. So if he gets out of here, he's on to the safety coin. This is the last challenge for him. He's got it. Through the checkpoint system. Picks up the last coin and he's on his way to the goal. And there's his finish. Zero now with 2 completion times. Gets a 2:15.533 on that level. So now the big question, does he go back to the SMW level? Now he's going to go back to Perilous Peak. I feel like this is a solid strategy on his part. If he's got world record on, or if he's got the better time on 2 of the levels, then obviously he wins. So Snowbear has gone out of the SMB1 level and onto this one. Zero's got a very solid time on here that's hard to beat. And he has a very solid one on the SMB1 level. That puts him in a strong position as Snowbear gets the clear. That is first clear of this level and of this phase. A 1:38.446. So you see that's not very far off. 8 seconds is not a ton at this point. That's room you can save just with experience on a level. And now with the time on the board, you'll see Snowbear doing a lot more start overs. Once you have the base time up, it makes the most sense to just start over as quickly as something goes wrong, trying to optimize. She's having trouble getting this thwomp out of her way. But now it is... I'm sorry, that Zero is trying to get the thwomp out of the way. He's through to the pipe. I'm not sure that one will be an improvement.
Oh yeah, Mario time!
It's a significant improvement, in fact. It's a world record. So that is an outstanding time put up by xeroplanes. All right, this is interesting. Snowbear's gone back to the SMW level. So this was the first of our levels. And in the first parts, Snowbear was able to get a lot more consistency. It's in the section after the checkpoint that Snowbear had some trouble, but this could be a big difference maker. Xeroplanes has come up to it as well. He's got extremely solid times up on the other 2 levels now. And Snowbear first tried the blind jump, so very well done there. Onto the spring jump. Cleared it. First try into the key door. Xeroplanes first tried the shell jump that gave him so much trouble earlier. But unfortunately, SnwBear was not able to get past the flying spinies on the conveyor. Not literally flying, just they're going that fast. And first try on the blind jump for Xeroplanes. Have this snake block. They have to get into the key door using the snake block as a platform. Just like that. And then you've got a couple spinies to avoid, but you have to do controlled jumps because you can't hit the spikes above, or else you're back to the start of the level. And checkpoint for Xeroplanes. SnwBear back through the pipe up to the shell jump. SnwBear was very good through this first part, consistently when we were doing this the first time through. Took a few attempts to figure out this blind jump, but then SnwBear was getting a lot of consistency and then just did it first try moments ago. And got it again. Got the spring jumping about through the door. Four spinies to dodge. Three, one more. There it is. Okay, SnwBear's through. This will be the checkpoint. 21 minutes in, so we've got just over 8 minutes left for this phase. The damage boost strats have been king for this section. And SnwBear on that last ledge with the spare helmet like you want. So that Magic Koopa is very near the end of the level. After that we have, I guess the best way to describe it is blind jump down, but there's rising lava down there. And between our two runners, we've only seen that cleared once. So, through the skull platform. Does the timing work? Not quite. Lava was up. That is, I think, the third nigh at that door for SnwBear. She has done just about everything she can to get that, and it just hasn't worked out. Back to the damage boost section. Xeroplanes trying to go for the platforming route through there, but he needs something to jump off of that's just not there when we've been throwing the pals. I think perhaps the thwomp stays alive if he's in motion, and maybe that's why we haven't seen it line up every time. SnwBear back through the damage boost. Timing's off there. Okay, that time the Koopa survives. That's the difference. Onto the skull platform. Is Zero going to get this? He does. And I suppose it's just the speed through the section that causes the lava to line up correctly. He remembers the right picador, and he's got the clear on Once Upon a Start. And that's going to be a really good time on that level, too. Got just over 6 minutes left to play in this round. A 2:36.22. I'm not sure if he'll go back to anything at this point because he's got world record on the new soup level. He could go back to the SMB1 level, but he had first try on the hardest trick. The only other room he could really pick up time on was the skewers. He is going to go back into SMB1. Got just over 5 minutes left. Using them wisely. It's a 30-minute phase 2, but then comes the big thing, which is phase 3, and it's 1 point per clear. That is where SnwBear has a chance to shine. So the rules of part 2, they're getting 1 point per level, but if they have a 10% advantage on time, then it's a second point. Ah, SnwBear overran the skull platform that time. Your plane's back into the fire on rails room. Ah, killed by the Magic Koopa's attack. And Zeroplane's gonna start over on SMB1. If it's first coin, it just doesn't make sense to take a death. You just go ahead and start again. SnwBear onto the skull platform. Is this the run? Yes! Does she remember the door? She does! Yes! There it is! Got the completion on that SMW level, which was quite the ordeal. Sorry, Wilson, you're kind of falling over there. Yeah, so just go, Wilson. I give up on you. You had nothing to add anyways. Alright, SnwBear into the third final level, which was Desert Trials. It was the SMW level, SMB1 level that Zeroplanes is on right now. Does not have a completion time on it yet. Zeroplanes does, and just looking for improvement. And again, starting over if he takes the death, because he's just looking to improve time. For SnwBear looking for the completion, it makes more sense to not do it either way. But from the checkpoint, you'd be a little bit closer to the room. Technically, she is looking for the better time here. This is... Well, I won't say this is the level she's played the least, but it'd be between this, certainly, and the new Super Mario Bros. Level. She was able to get a handle on that one pretty quickly. We've got 220 left, so that actually means that as of now, SnwBear can't beat the time of Zeroplanes. That's not right. Never mind. I tried to do math on Twitch and it betrayed me. But at this point, what she can't do is beat his time by 10%. Unless she just blazes a trail through this level in a way I don't think you can. The return trip through this fire has been quite challenging for both our runners. They don't have much time left, a minute 15. They do get to, if I recall correctly, they get to finish the life that they are on. Yeah, they may not begin a new run, so they're able to keep going with the life they're on. At this point, it'd be very difficult to complete a full run of this level. You see the world record's currently a 158, which is good context information. I think at this point it's just about these runners trying to finish this room, which has racked up quite the kill count against us. So 15 seconds left. And again, they can finish the life that they're on. But they cannot begin a new run. So that's time. They cannot begin a new run now. And that's it. Both of them get hit by the fire, and we will be moving on to Phase 3, which is probably a very welcome sight at this point. This is going to be Endless Mode Expert Difficulty. The runners are allowed to skip as much as they want to. There is no rule against it. If they game over, they just start again and keep playing. There's no penalty other than the time you lose. They will keep hash marks on the whiteboard to indicate how many levels they've completed. And when the timer runs out, they must immediately begin playing. They must immediately stop playing. They can't continue on with the last life like they did in Phase 2. For Part 3, they get 1 point for each level. So 8's a very good lead right now. The SnwBear would have to complete at least 8 more levels to force a tie. But make no mistake, these are both very capable runners. In fact, you see on the high score, SnwBear actually has a higher completion. So take that for what you will. And let's hope we see some good levels here to challenge these runners. Again, they can skip as much as they want to. So it all comes down to your strats. You got to select the right levels. You want to skip ones that are just going to waste your time or lives. Some people will do that by having a soft count on the levels attempts they'll make per level. They might only try it 3 times. Also, you'll see people check the world records, and sometimes clear conditions can be a thing. So on-off switch in this new soup level for xeroplanes. Okay, we got some claws up here. It's going over top of the way to go through this level. It's working so far. Got some Bowsers down there. Yeah. And there's the goal. And that's expert, folks. Sometimes levels like that sneak through just because nobody found the right way through it yet. But Zero's got his first clear. Yeah, it's first clear for the level, too. No one-ups through there, which is another interesting factor that comes in a run like this. Not all these levels are great about giving you one-ups. All right, a vine navigation level. That's an auto-scroller, but it's a short one. I think short is the most prominent feature that xeroplanes is looking at, knowing that this can't be that long a level. But how many attempts are you willing to put in? A boom boom stack. And Dev Star's falling out of the pipes over on SnwBear's side. So it's a 1.5-minute level. And it looks like xeroplanes has seen enough and is going to move on. SnwBear sees the star that time. Boom Booms go bye-bye. Bowsers go bye-bye. Collected some one-ups, which is very nice because it's hard to do on a lot of these endless runs. SMB3 one-screen puzzle level, it looks like. And that looks like it's not working out. Zero's going to move on. SnwBear's got her first clear of this run. We got Mario's Bad Christmas. That's a level name. 3D world. And bombs falling everywhere. Well, no wonder Mario was having a bad Christmas. Nobody told him you save the fireworks for 4th of July. So the... Looks like Xeroplanes is going to take a I'll look at a level twice approach.
Oh no!
I think those Potoboos look more like pumpkins. That's very seasonal. Down to 10 lives is Xeroplanes. Snowbear with a bit more. Got this Meowser survival section. But is through, gets a cat suit. There's the goal. Snowbear with another clear and a lot more lives. You can only gain a maximum of 3 per level, unfortunately. Snowbear with clear number 2. Spooky level, and Xeroplanes, I think, didn't like seeing it was a limited sight level, so you wouldn't be able to see the full level at once, and that's not what you want to see in a challenge like this. Snowbear finding a speedrun level, it looks like. Those are usually good for having a short timer. Pretty common theme of this level. Off a little bit on the end. Well, I say end, that's probably only halfway. Also a speedrun level for Xeroplanes. Looks like a pretty traditional New Soup speedrun level. Not a lot of indications, but they all seem accurate so far. So if you're good on your speedrun tech, this is a very solid level, it looks like. Got the indicators there, coins marking the way. Z to tell you when to spin jump. This is a pretty traditional New Soup speedrun level. It's only an expert, so you figure the timer isn't ridiculously tight, or it'd be in super expert. And there's the clear, so the timer wasn't that tight on that speedrun.
Yeah, Mario time.
And it's another clear for Xeroplanes. Snowbear, meanwhile, has gotten through first part into the pipe. Second part here. Oh, the thwomp gets her. Xeroplanes has a clear condition. You've got to get to the goal in a clown car. Going for the YOLO jump strat, that's not a bad idea in New Soup levels, because not a lot of people have de-cheesed their level if you're able to do good air stalling with New Soup.
Oh no!
So quite often that'll break a level. It finds a fire flower and a helmet. No sign of a clown car yet. Okay, there is our actual goal. But where's the clown car? That was a vine, which we maybe needed. And that was a door we didn't need. Xeroplane says, that's a level I don't need. He'll find another one. Snowbear's invested a lot of lives into this level, trying to get the clear. Clear condition of don't touch the ground. Xeroplanes decides, I'll invest my time somewhere else, thank you. I feel like in this mode, you kind of want to operate under a 2-minute rule. You're probably going to need 2 minutes per clear. So if you find yourself spending more than that on the level, you've spent a lot of time on it then. But snwbear seeing this as a level where she can do each of the challenges, and that is a big factor in being able to clear it. You gotta be able to do the things. And you've got a non-troll level, which is something you often want to take advantage of when you get it. Expert is known to have quite a few troll levels lingering around.
Oh no!
A little surprised to still see Zero on this level. He seems to be a little more quick to move on. But he sees something in this he likes and he keeps trying. Of course, I'll ask him about their strats on this after the fact. snwbear makes that jump. Little off on the timing. I blame the level on that one. Nine and a half minutes. So the time is still there to get a bunch of clears, but you also have to get the levels that you're able to clear. Zero trying to explore a bit. This pipe leads to a one-way and a couple of one-ups. Oh, should have grabbed those actually if you're going to stick with the level.
Oh no!
And that just took him right back where he was. So got the game over. Halfway mark, so he'll start again. Clear condition for snwbear, you have to kill the Goombas. 3D world level. And that didn't work so great. And that 3D world level for xeroplanes. Doesn't look like this level has it clear yet, if I saw that right. Got a cat suit, though. Alright, this level being friendly so far. There's Goomba number 1. He goes down. There is the goal, and we see Goomba number 2 hanging out over here. We cross paths through the clear pipe. And that's gonna be a clear for snwbear. Once she gets to the goal, there it is. And got 3 one-ups out of the level. You need that if you're gonna go on to a good run. Because you just don't start with very many lives. Especially if you're trying to do a no-skip streak, you do not start with many lives at all. Not much time left in this level for Zero. Don't know if he was near the goal, but he didn't have any of the red coins. So 50-second timer. Level announcing itself as a speed run. And snwbear's got a bunch of Bowsers on screen. Trying to find a way up to that clown car potentially. Doesn't quite get there. Right now, snwbear with the advantage in the endless count. Gonna try the door. What does the door lead to? It leads to the other side of the Bowsers. We didn't need that. Now I'm going to see if there's any exploration to be done with the clown car. Those blocks seem to have it walled off. Little slow fall. Looks like there's a platform down, a skull platform down there we didn't get.
Oh no!
Again, gonna take the high road here, and apparently gonna revisit if there's any way to get this clown car through, and there is. This looks like we can't get anywhere above, but we can get past the thwomps. So right now you're thinking dev route. Because this is the main world, so the clown car is just gonna be able to fly you all the way to the goal, unless it is walled off. It's a little bit walled off, but we can get to it from the other side. And there it is, another clear for SnwBear. 6 minutes left. Nighttime new soup. Ooh, toxic mushroom there. Got it cleared. So nighttime new soup is notable because you can, it's as close as to flying as Mario can get without a flight power-up. SnwBear's got a P-switch jump level. And now we're back into the day. Fire bars galore.
Oh no!
And that section just doesn't look very nice at all. With 5 minutes left to play, SnwBear's trying to make the come from behind, but needs clears to come quickly.
No!
There's the goal, and that's like the classic touch the goal and die at the same time, but that was the last life for SnwBear. Has to start a new run. Also means you can't try that level again, you'll be on to something else. xeroplanes taking the I don't trust this level maker with their arrows approach. I don't think he could actually go in that piping.
Oh no!
3D world for SnwBear. Damage boost it looks like, but there's not enough time. Alright, xeroplanes still trying on this level.
Oh no!
That's the end, so it's a short level. But it looks like to do it, you're going to have to get the parrot Koopas in line before you jump. On the descent, here we go. Looking good. A little too much momentum off there. If he clears that, I think he's good. You just have to slow fall properly from there. Just about 3 minutes left. SnwBear, I think, is looking for a hidden block, because this level doesn't make a lot of sense right now. And xeroplanes clears that level. SnwBear decides to move on. xeroplanes had 2 from his previous run. SnwBear's still actually with the advantage in this round. Autos. No. Is it an auto scroller? Just move that fast. 3D world with a lot of coins. That looks like it's a tight level. And we've got SMB1 for SnwBear with a lot of cannons firing off. Coming up to a thwomp section here. SnwBear gets the relay jump to get a power-up. And we use it to damage boost past the thwomps, but have to wait on the fire bar. There's a lot of fire to wait on in this level, and knocked off by the cannonball. A minute and a half left. And I feel like right now there's a battle within a battle that SnwBear is just trying to get the most clears in this round. Taking the cannonball jump that time, skips the clouds completely, and there's the goal! SnwBear with another clear. Not a lot of time left, and remember, in this round, it does cut off at 20 minutes, so it's not enough to start a run, you have to complete it. 3D World going for xeroplanes, and the thwomps get him that time. Only 30 seconds left. By the way, the Twitch timer is unofficial. There is a timer that is next to the runners.
Oh no!
All right, gonna have to be a quick one if you're gonna get a clear in now. Simple challenge. Well, we could do simple things quickly, possibly. And there's the timer. So that is the run. SnwBear will actually take the advantage in phase 3, but overall win will go to xeroplanes. Well, these two have put in a marathon run. It was hard fought all the way. And they should be joining me here in just a little bit. Wilson, would you stay up? He's not cooperating. This is SG Live, powered by Twitch. Hope you've been enjoying things. We'll join our runners in a moment. 1 second.
Oh, I can hear myself. Ew. Ew.
I'm still waiting for them to tell us we're actually ready.
Oh.
Oh, now they say we are.
Hi.
Hey, Twitch chat. And
And
Arts.
arts.
Hope everybody had fun. That was a marathon.
Oh.
Well, is there anywhere you'd like to start, Snowbear?
Oh.
Endless was pretty good.
Endless was good. I liked Endless. That first level was pretty insane.
Yeah, it definitely pushed you. You ended up having much better runs all the way through the checkpoint.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm sorry. I'm better at Kaizo. I'm sorry.
So I think maybe what I find the most fascinating about that first level is xeroplanes. You kind of seem to go back to what Snowbear's original strats were, the damage boost strats with the shelmets to clear that out.
Yeah, I think for the first section, spin jumps seemed to make a lot more sense. It seemed designed that way you could get through consistently, but once you got to the muncher section, it was a lot that you couldn't see, and I was going to have to keep guessing. So just a few extra seconds of being able to get further out there, I think ultimately is what let me finish that section first. And I think Snowbear got stuck on that lava so many times, I'm actually not quite sure how I ended up timing it, luckily, every time.
It's just the way it timed. We couldn't see it, so there was not much you could do about it. So then you got to see some of the other levels.
Finally.
The new soup level seemed pretty good.
Yeah, I liked that one. That one was good. Me and that new soup level are friends. I'll go back and like that one.
And then Zero, you just went and casually world recorded it.
That was my favorite one to speedrun because it felt like there were a lot of options for where I could go vertically, what I could jump on, where I could do turnbacks or try not to do turnbacks. So in terms of like a level specifically to speedrun, I think that was probably my favorite.
And then we got to see some challenges of the red coin level in SMB1. The fire had a winning count against us this evening.
Yeah. That one room, man. That one room was a little awful.
Just that one column in that one room, the final column, where probably had half a second, and then the timing was tricky.
And the first, like this second and third one actually had the same timing. So if you passed the first one and just get the second one, it would run straight through the third one.
Nice.
You can get right to the coin. I just had to get it back.
I never picked
So
up
that
on
was that was a little strat there. I wasn't gonna help my opponent.
Well, don't let me hog the mic. Does my co-com have anything? No? Really? Okay. Some help you are. So obviously, first experience with the live Mario Maker tournament.
Oh my
Talk
goodness.
about the experience.
So fun. Oh my goodness. It's hectic though. It's a little scary, but it was fun. It was fun.
It's really cool to get to meet a lot of people that I've interacted with like online, and then I've played with them online but never seen them face to face, and now we're like all in a room playing together,
Yeah.
and we get to see each other's reactions. Like, do we help each other? It's really neat.
Definitely.
So obviously the difference of this and most Mario Maker races is you're actually getting to see what your opponent is doing real time.
Mm-hmm.
So how much did you find yourself actually looking over and seeing what was going on?
You really don't have like enough time to look over. I mean, you glance to see how far they are, but you can't really study like their strats and everything because you're concentrating on yourself, especially when they're like fast speed runs like the first one. You know what I mean?
You got like 3-4 seconds whenever you die for your guy to respawn, but it's
Yeah.
really just like, okay, like what was I doing? And if you spend
Yeah.
too long, like you end up forgetting what you were doing that was working.
Exactly.
I seem to recall there was one time you were like hovering over start over on the SNWF. You got that, but you didn't do it.
Oh man,
Shucks.
Yeah, that first section in that level, I had so much trouble with that shell jump. I think like, especially like being the first level that I approached, the nerves like definitely got to me, and I could not land it over and over and over again.
Is it something you're used to doing and the setup was off, or is it something you're not used to doing and so just getting the consistency was a challenge?
I'm normally comfortable with shell jumps. I wasn't expecting to face any in this tournament. We were told no Kaizo. It was like harder traditional expert levels. So like I practiced expert, like thinking like, okay, let's not do overly specific tech. Let's do like hard platforming. But
I was happy with it.
I
I was like, yes, Kaizo, I can do this. It's my only chance.
Well, you did end up getting the most clears on the endless challenge, so xeroplanes.
I'm used to playing garbage. I'm used to playing the garbage.
Xeroplanes, you don't have to give away your whole strats, but any adjustments you're going to make on that going forward?
I think I made some bad calls, like investing too much time in some levels that maybe were a little more trolly that I should have picked up on more quickly. Maybe spent some attempts on some 1 minute plus levels, maybe be stricter with a lower time cutoff and focus on the style of level. Does it seem like don't do puzzle levels, like stick to more like traditional platforming that tends to be better.
Well, Snowbear, anything more you want to say?
Well, thank you for having me. I had so much fun, and hopefully I could do this more. I'm like addicted.
It was a lot of fun.
It's really fun.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for putting this on. I'm having a great time and looking forward to more matches.
All right. Hopefully the levels cooperate going forward, and we look forward to a lot more exciting Mario Maker. This is SG Live, powered by Twitch. Hope everybody is having a good evening. I think we have Link to the Past rando coming up next, so we will toss things to break, and hope you stick around.
And heart sign off.